Hello, goddesses. As I was tuning in and getting settled to do my weekly update for you, as we're in the soulful winter and we don't have physical circles at the moment, I was really drawn to today's weather, and I was drawn back to the vlog that I sent to you for my summary of December. Have you watched it? If not, go back. It's quite a long vlog. It's 35 minutes, but it breaks up into sections. So if you haven't seen it or you only saw bits of it, I do encourage you to go back and look at it. And as I was watching some of it back and reading through my notes, I wanted to remind you of some of the key points. So what started this was today's weather. When we got up this morning, about 8ish, it was incredibly foggy. The fog lifted and then it came back, and then it lifted and then it came back. Because normally fog or mist lifts during the day and then you know the day is whatever it is. But today it's been really interesting, and I can't remember for the longest time that it's been like that. And one of the things I talked about, the guidance that came through for the December look ahead, was about this spiky energy and Mother Nature continuing to make her presence felt and show us her power. And this was just a reminder of that to me. Plus, I've also seen a single daisy and a single buttercup in the past couple of days as well, which really unusual for this time of year, although it can happen. So it's just a reminder that Mother Nature is still reminding us she holds the power here, right? It's in her hands as to what happens to the planet based on what humans do. So as you go into this festive season, and we have more around us than usual, you may be getting gifts, there's more material things coming into your home, there's more food and richer food and more drinks and different kinds of drinks. Things that you wouldn't normally have because you're celebrating, and we're allowed to do that. However you choose to celebrate, whatever you choose to do for the festive season, we're reminded of our impact to Mother Nature because there's more packaging, you know, there's just more stuff that's around us. So a strong message of guidance to be mindful, you know, for our bodies, not over consuming, but also for Mother Earth, not over consuming. And what we consume is something that we are able to have less impact with the earth. Now, I know all of you feel that way anyway, but we're being reminded of it, particularly this year, from Mother Nature and from the otherworldly. So that was the first thing that came up. The second thing I wanted to mention is in the December look ahead, I talked about the spiky energy and how the fact that what's going on around us in the world at the moment is something blows up, everyone says it's awful, and then it goes away again, and then the next thing blows up and it goes away again, and things never get resolved. So some of what Michaela shared at the end of last week, it feels like that spiky energy. Oh, there's this anger that comes up, okay, and then it kind of dissipates, and then there's this comes up, and we're being reminded that balance is our friend. Just because the rest of the world does that, it's important for us to stay balanced and in moderation and not get caught up in the highs and lows. Now, it's another time of year for many of us where that can be really hard to do, isn't it? And there are highs and lows, and trying to maintain balance when you're around more people at this time of year for a very intense time and in a very enclosed space, it's about balance. And it's about maintaining that balance, and it's about being a role model and showing, you know, this is how you are. You can deal with, you know, Uncle John who's got his own views about the world or whatever it may be, and you can deal with it in a peaceful way without getting caught up in it. So that reminder came up as well. And the other reminder was beacons of light. That came up for December's look ahead, because even though the world feels completely dysfunctional right now, there are beacons of light, and there are more people coming together in the collective for love, harmony and peace, and it's getting stronger. So as you go through the festive season, remember, these people around you might be part of that collective. They may be looking for that inspiration, that one word, that kindness, that gentle touch on the arm, that thoughtful gift that brings them into that space, brings them into the light, clicking my fingers now. I've got a sound thing going on at the moment, sorry. So brings those people into that collective of light, so we grow it. Because that's what we're doing in the Enlightenment Circle. It's still about our development, but we are growing the collective. So you are bringing people into the fold in December and into January as well. As an aside, let me just tell you about the sound. If you've listened to the throat chakra meditation that I recorded, I got the drum out and I was banging the drum, and I spent days banging the drum. And I had an oracle message today about the completion of an initiation. I mean, it just feels like every day in my life is an initiation, it never ends. But the Archangel Gabriel was with me, so that's, he had well known for his trumpet of communication, for announcing that, you know, Mary is going to have, you know, a baby. So sound is very important to me at the moment, so maybe that's why the clicking the fingers is coming up. Now, I just want to go back to the Akashic reading that we had as well. For December. I just need to get them in the right order. Yeah. So the first one was Wishes Fulfilled, and this was upside down. And this was about the feeling, upside down reverse, there was the feeling about dreams were far off, but it was a reminder for us to stay focused on abundance and not lack. Now, in a time of year when there's abundance of everything, it's about being discerning and focusing on what your abundance is. You know, abundance is not that extra box of chocolates, is it? The abundance is bringing more people into the collective for the light, as an example. So that's what we're doing. We want abundance of people who have that spark of the light shining in them and being around them and helping them to bring that light, that flame to life. And it's about not getting involved in the toxic or earthly level. So do you remember we had the divine, earthly and toxic? It's staying in that divine, balanced state of peacefulness. So that's a reminder. Then we had, again, I want to make sure I get them in the right order. Yeah, then we have the spring and autumn card. So when this card is this way up, the right way up if you like, it's considered spring. And when it's this way up, it's considered autumn. And we had it this way up for spring. Now, last year, when we had the soulful winter, I really hibernated. I was very much hunkering down. But because I've had the summer off and I've had a lot of rest into the autumn as well, I am now in my soulful winter feeling like spring. I do feel like spring. I'm doing, for the past few weeks for me, it's been very much doing, preparing, accepting kind of the purpose that the otherworldly has for me now, you know, in order to spread the messages that are given to me and to bring more people into this collective to say it's okay to live like this, and actually, you know, you can't go out and change the world on your own. We have to do it together and we have to do it our way. So if you're feeling more like spring and doing at this point, it's okay. If you're feeling you're in your soulful winter phase, that's okay too. But it's about taking advantage of the feeling of wanting to do and feeling that sense of doing the things that feel right for you. And again, discerning what you're doing. So there's a lot about self-care. Don't overdo things this festive season. And then the final message we had in the Akashic Tarot for that reading was Two of Roses, the winged messages. And I love this. We have the eagle for strength, we have the dove for peace. And we're just reminded that it can feel a frenzy at this time of year. And the world is in a frenzy. And we don't have to buy into that. We can be different. And it takes strength and courage to do what we're doing. And we're being reminded of this. We need the strength of an eagle to be peaceful and bring peace to the world, like a dove. So I'm going to leave it there for now. That's all for this week. No, it's not. Sorry. The most important thing is that Saturday is new moon, but given the way the weather is at the moment, I don't think we're going to have a clear sky to see anything. And actually, over the past few weeks, what I've noticed where I live is when the skies have been very clear, I've seen a lot of stars, more stars than I've ever seen here, which is really interesting. And of course, Sunday the 21st is the winter solstice. It's our shortest day of the year. And for me, I like this because this is the start of moving into spring now for me. Once you've got past the shortest day, every day from now on is just going to creep a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter. So, however you're feeling this solstice, whether you're deep into your soulful winter and you're hunkering down, whether you feel a bit more spring-like on some days and winter-like on other days, that's okay. Just go with that flow, go with that energy, and life will become easier. We're not forcing things, we're not trying to make things happen. And remember, peace and balance in all that you do, and be discerning if you can. Wishing you a lovely festive season. I'll be in touch with you before then probably. But peace, balance, harmony. Ride the spikes, ride the spiky energy. It's not about us, it's about what's happening in the world. And keep on with your spiritual practices. See you soon. Bye.